This content will be recorded and made available in an accessible alternative format upon request. If you require captioning, transcription, or other communication services to access this content, please contact the Disability Resource Center, DRC, at drc@snhu.edu or 866-305-9430. Hey class, this is Dr. Willis. I wanted to log on today to welcome you to Module 3. We are absolutely blazing through the course thus far. We're already 3 weeks in. I don't know if you can believe it, but it's really hard for me to believe that we're moving so fast. So first, I just want to thank you for your participation and hard work in modules 1 and 2. All that information should be graded thus far. So if you have any questions or concerns about the way I graded, just anything there, just reach out to me via the Remind app or email. I try to respond fairly quickly there. So just reach out to me if you have questions. But I appreciate your feedback, your hard work, your willingness to communicate with each other. It's all been phenomenal thus far. So my advice is just to keep up the good work, keep doing what you're doing. But in Module 3, it's all about self-assessment. And I think this is a very, very valuable module because it's not all the time that we take the time to reflect on what we can get better in, our struggle areas where we constantly make mistakes. So this week, it kind of brings to our attention all those things that we may be able to get better in, or if we already do them well, some things we can reinforce in those areas. So if you've already taken a look in the module, you realize in the discussion board, well, there's two activities. There's the discussion board and there's another short paper. So in the discussion board, what you're going to do is find a couple websites that have self-assessment tools, and you're going to kind of answer 3 questions about those things. I'm not going to go in great detail here. You can go to the discussion board and read the questions there, but that's the basic gist behind the assignment. You'll find 2 self-assessment websites, kind of compare and contrast them, speak a little about the details, and of course you're going to respond to your peers, and there's going to be specific response instructions there, so please be sure to follow those. And when you respond to at least 2 peers, you want to be encouraging, specific, you want to follow those instructions, and you want to be sure to mention them by name. You want to make this as formal as possible. So your initial post in the discussion board is going to be due Thursday at 11:59. And of course, your response to your peers is going to be due Sunday at 11:59. Now, we also have a short paper this week. I think it's going to be worth 100 points. And I'm actually going to talk about that more in the next clip, which you should see below this one. But that's going to be due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. But as I stated, I'm going to talk about that a little more in the next clip. So that's really all we have for this week. What I also want you to do, I want you to start thinking about a research topic that you're interested in, that's in your specific program area and something that you would like to study. So I want you to kind of start thinking about that as we progress to Module 4 for the next week, because we'll start to get into that research process, and it'll be great if you can start brainstorming some ideas just to think about there. But if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. There were a few people who had some issues with the book. I think we've already spoken. I've reached out to you. You've reached out to me, and I've granted you an extension on those assignments. But if you have any questions regarding anything else, please be sure to reach out to me. I try to respond quickly. I'm normally quicker on the Remind app, but email, I'm normally pretty quick as well there. So just a quick recap: discussion board and another paper. Discussion board, your initial post is going to be due Thursday at 11:59. Respond to at least 2 peers, due Sunday at 11:59, and we have another short paper that's going to be due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. as well. So that's really all I have for you. You all have a great week. I hope everybody's still motivated, still encouraged. If you're having any issues, please reach out to me. I don't want you to get overwhelmed with the work, with the courses. I know everybody's busy. Everybody has a lot going on. So please, if you have personal things that come up, reach out to me ASAP and we can kind of work something out just to make sure you don't get too overwhelmed. All right. You all have a wonderful week. All right. Bye-bye.